Hey everyone, guess who's back? It's Kamish, back here with Week 5 previews. We got a hell of a season happening. Let's just get right into it. So the first one, we got Swahino, Eric, 1-3, taking on Brandon, Architect, 1-3. Brandon, second most points in the league. And, 1-3. It has been tough, obviously, for you putting up the points, but obviously players having their best weeks against you, and Eric is 1-0 lifetime versus you, and I had Eric originally in this one when I did the preseason predictions, but then I looked and I saw Brandon's got Zeke versus the Giants, Kyler versus the Jets. Change alert, change alert. It's going to Brandon based on those matchups. That's a joke and should be easy win there. Next up, we got Stan, BC Lions 2-2, taking on Ellie Island 1-3. Stan 1-0 lifetime 2 years ago. It's the battle of the shithouse in this one, and nobody cares. And Ellie and Stan are the mayors. Keyshawn Vaughn, the difference in this one for Stan. Stan goes to 3-2 even after selling everything and could be right there in the thick of the things in the playoff race. Next up, Lucas, Green Lightning 4-0, taking on Chris and True North 0-4. Maple Leaf Division battle. Green Lightning, the only undefeated team on the season, still first place in points for, although it's tight with Brandon. Injury bug has hit both these teams hard, but Lucas is starting to get healthy, and I'd say look out. I mean, Lucas's team looks unbelievable. Looking at lifetime matchup between these two, Chris went 5-0 against Lucas in their first 5 matchups. Lucas has won the last 2. He's looking to win the next one here and go 5-3 lifetime. I got Lucas. Next up is Dusan and Subotica Spartans 3-1, taking on Robert and Templars 1-3. This was going to be the game of the week, but Templars blew it against Green Lightning late, and it will no longer be the game of the week. Robert 2-0 lifetime versus Dusan. You don't see Robert have a very good win-loss against somebody, but he does 2 wins last year against Dusan. Looking at this one, Damian Harris could be legit. You got to think Gronk a bigger role for Robert. You know, does Alex Erickson prove himself this week? Was he worth the round 16? No, he wasn't. Dusan and Subotica Spartans wins this one. Next up, I got Danny Billsy Bob's 2-2, taking on Luke, and Too Good for a Name 2-2. What a heck of a game. A character win for Luke last week. Joshua kind of brought it on himself, said it ain't over till it sings. Seeing linebackers get 20, and then great night for Zadarius Smith. So what it means for you, a lot of things. Puts you right in the playoff hunt because I got you winning this one. Eckler done for 4-6 for Billsy Bob's. It's a disaster for him. Can Brady be the hero again for Luke? I think he will be. He gets the win. Next up, we got myself, 3-1, taking on Sue's Fighting Geese, 3-1. The battle of the married, happily wedded people. Should be a thriller. 3-3 lifetime for both. It's split right down the middle. How about that? You know, Susie's got Freeman. Justin Jackson's probably going to get a bigger role, while I lose Chubb for 6. I also lost Bryce Love, Jordan Reed, KZ, and Okereke. So what would you think? You'd think I'd be giving it to Geese? I'm not. I'm giving it to myself. I originally picked myself, and I'm going to go with myself, Chase Edmonds, going into a starting role. I think it helps. Next up, we got Ryan and Deuce Bombers 3-1, taking on Adrian and the Age Crew 2-2. This one's going to be tight. Heck of a game here, I think it's going to be. Looking at both teams, though, will Fournette play? Will Evans play? Will Scotty Miller play? We don't know. But looking at Adrian, 2-0 lifetime versus Ryan. And I think Pittsburgh comes back after the bye with a vengeance. Big Ben, big week. I got Adrian winning this one against Ryan and Deuce Bombers. Next up, Norman Canadian Guy 2-2, taking on Milan in the 6, 2-2. Both teams right there in the middle of the playoff hunt. This is going to be a big game. Norman 1-0 lifetime versus Milan. Milan crippled by injuries, and I don't think he can recover from some of these injuries, at least right now. Still a competitive team, but not as good as Norm. I originally had Milan. Change alert. I'm going to Norm here, and that'll make up for the ones that I guessed him earlier in the year, and he lost. Next up, we got Kristen Storm 2-2, taking on Brian in the 12th man 1-3. Brian 3-1 lifetime versus Krista. But when I look at this one, Julio's hurt. Galladay got the bye. I think it's going to be an easy win for Krista. Brian's really become a laughing stock this year. And I originally had Brian to win this, though, in the preseason predictions. Obviously, change alert. I'm going Krista to win this one. Next up, game of the week. If Joshua didn't lose it wasn't going to be the game of the week, but he lost, and now this one has some serious American division implications. It's Sean and Fallen Misfits 2-2 versus Joshua Life's a Mystery and 1. Looking at this one, Matty Ice has to be better for Sean. He hasn't, he's a bum. You see some of those floaters he threw? Prince of Valere, he looks good, though. Mitch, a lot of things are going to be going through his mind, especially that loss last week, and I think it's going to continue to go through his mind. Sean is 2-1 lifetime versus Joshua. I got him going 3-1 lifetime. I originally went Sean. I'm sticking with it. And I think Sean finds a way against Joshua to give him his second straight loss and make that American division just that much more interesting. You guys have a excellent week 5, and we'll see you for week 6.